Hey everybody, getting things ready. We'll get going here in just a minute. Rather be early than late. Rather be early than late. Rather be early than late. Got 100 people here now. Bear with me. We still got a few minutes before we get going here. 136. Everybody's coming in the house. Looking for some of my moderators. I've got the computer down here and the camera right there. So bear with me. Got people from the Philippines. Tucker, do you know the camera's on? Got the mutt, chicken butt. 185. All right. Now listen, we're still early. Almost 200 people. I'm hoping we get some moderators in here. Please forgive me if we get any trash in here. Yeah, I'm by myself tonight. Yeah, we won't, Tucker. Looking for anybody that I recognize real well. We'll see if we can make them a moderator. Yeah, I got a haircut. 243 people here now. 1 minute till. Kind of spooky. No moderators. All right. What's smoking in the mirror? Got a little go-go juice, a little coffee. I do recognize you. Let's smoke them. That's my coffee. Okay, Backroads is here. Thank you, sir. Now, hey YouTube, Camper Van Kevin here. And tonight, we are doing a live stream from Yuma, Arizona. 308. Rolling. Get them doggies rolling, roll high. Been doing a lot of live streams lately with Backroads Nomad and my new friend David, the hour shower guy from Gone Boondocking. And it's coffee. I would say I'm smoking hot, but not anymore. That was a long time ago. It just kept me in trouble. Got a lot of people in the house. 350. We've been live for, not even a minute. And I talk about the numbers because it's just fun. All that's important to me is that you're here. We don't have to have a bunch. Where I'm in Yuma, Arizona. Hello from Winder, Georgia. My mama's people are from Winder. From Texas, Bisbee. Yeah, I like staying in Bisbee. And you know what? I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I just I've really enjoyed doing the live stream with Backroads and David. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to do one tonight. Oregon, St. Louis, Michigan, Syracuse, woohoo, Indiana, Quartzsite. Becky, I know a lot of people in Quartzsite. So, geez, we'll talk about my day a little bit, and I'll try to catch up with these questions here. We have been here at our campsite now for, I can't remember staying at one this long, 7 to 10 days or something like that. So today, David and our friend John, we went, we probably put on 50, 60 miles scouting out other campsites around. Believe it or not, we ended up, thank you, Isabel. believe it or not, we ended up in California. I said, oh, yeah, we didn't stay there long. Sure was pretty, though. Everybody sure was nice. But we came on back over in Arizona. Good. What's the temperature here? It's pretty pleasant during the day. If you're not in the sun, a hoodie, a sweatshirt feels real nice. And at night, I guess it gets down in the low 50s, high 40s. And a furnace feels good at night. Hey, We Tree Bonsai is here. Listen, We Tree and Backroads. As you know, with my chats, I don't want anybody put in timeout. If people don't act right, they don't know how to act right, get them out. No second chances. If you can't, if you have to cuss and use vulgar language to get your point across, you don't need to be here. You can go somewhere else. Plenty of channels that love to have you over there, just not me. Yep, Backroads. He did. He had to head back to Idaho. He had a little bit he had to do up there before he heads over to the East Coast to see his father-in-law. Been able to speak with him a little bit. He's got some bad weather up his way. Goodness gracious, Indiana. Plenty. Merry Christmas. I guess it is that time of year. We're going to say Merry Christmas around here. It's got a good ring to it. Just feels right. It is the holidays, but I like to say Merry Christmas. British Columbia. Yep, finally caught a live stream. Here's the thing. I don't really plan them. Just kind of how the mood hits me. And so this time I gave everybody 30 minutes notice. It may not be enough. I posted on my Facebook, posted on my Patreon, and then gave a little notice here on YouTube as well. We're rolling almost 500 people. I wonder what we're going to talk about tonight. I didn't really have a plan. You know, when I make videos, I'm kind of the same way. Sometimes I don't have a plan to make a video. I just feels right or it don't. And sometimes I feel creative and sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do. And we can put something together and it just almost always turns out pretty good. Who needs a plan? You got that right. Okay, Isabel, I heard you got your stickers. That's a good thing. Thank you, Raymond. It's not too late to get your Camper Van Kevin stickers. Thank you, Chris. For 2020, I still have a bunch of 2019s. So make a good stocking stuffer. I'm going to work on sticker orders tomorrow. So up under the description of most of my videos, if you look down underneath the videos, it tells you how to get some. You just have to go to PayPal and type in Camper Van Kevin as the payee, and up under the videos it explains everything. But I have, gosh, I've gone through so many boxes of envelopes. I think I'm out. And I bought like a stack this high. But I don't have a computer program that writes out my envelopes. Thank you, Wayne. Merry Christmas. I like to do everything by hand, so it takes me a little longer. Play the harmonica. 505. Thank you, John. I have my nose is itching tonight. I'm enjoying traveling with David and his wife and John. Backroad stayed with us till he left at Parker and went about his way. So it's just a small group. I'm enjoying it. How is Martini feeling? Trish Lewis asks. She's doing pretty good. And now please forgive me. I got so many questions going by here. I can't catch them all. So I think people realize that, but I still want you to write down the questions. I'll do what I can. Yep. Thank you for hitting that like button. We were all sitting around the lake tonight, and a bunch of us out here, so I didn't have the babies tied up. We were right at her feet and right at the water. Martini, she fell in the lake. Like kerplunk, like completely in the water. But she was able to get herself out and got a towel to her, and she was just shaking and shivering and cold. And I got her all dried off, and she went right back. Just about fell in again, got muddy. Her whole face, her paws, her legs up to her arms covered in mud. And I said, "You just go ahead and get dirty." Hello, John Chalker. You comment a lot on my videos. You make a lot of comments on my YouTube and my Facebook, and I appreciate having you here. Golly, from Australia. Well, thank you, Mr. Ken. Hey, it's Fiber Steve. Yep. I met him and him and his wife. They come out to Georgia and took me and Felix out to where was that? Cracker Barrel. Real nice guy. They make a living splicing fiber optics together. Pretty good business. Rolling. Want to take the time to thank everybody for being here. Do you hear from Big Daddy? I don't know who that is. Thank you, Vagabond. Fishy. After spending so much time online with you, we feel like we're the same family now. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Where'd all the comments go? There we go. Everybody's telling me, yeah, I got my, Big Dog. Last I heard, he was pretty good. He's driving, Felix is driving a wrecker. And I think he's been with this company for quite a while. He gets to drive the truck home at night, and he gets to take Foxy to work with him. Last I heard, I think he's going to try to leave and take a week or two off and go out to Texas. Maybe this year. I think he's got a van. You got flurries in Georgia. Well, that don't happen a whole lot. You must be up in North Georgia. You ever notice how in Georgia on I-85 goes across the west side of the state, the east side of the state? It's like the line for bad weather. Like 85 and up, it's bad weather, and 85 down's not near as bad. David Sherbert asks, where do you plan to spend Christmas? That's a good question. If I'm with this group of people right here, that's great. If I'm by myself, that's okay too. I don't have any plans on going back to Georgia. Hey, I got all you guys. I'll be spending Christmas with all of you. Celeste says, I hope to meet you one day here in the desert. That's a good place to meet me. I'm out here a lot. Hey, Tom and Lori. I-85, west side of Georgia, east side in Alabama. Do I ever play my guitar? I'm sorry, I sure don't. Is my live stream skipping? I hope not. I'm not going to tell you a story. I don't have the best internet right now, but it was working pretty good. I watched a video or two before we started. Let's get some babies. Oh, Tucker's got this thing. Thank you, Dan. Where now when I sit at the kitchen table, if you ever had a Yorkie, when they lay down, their butt has to touch you. I don't know if their butts are cold or they just like touching you with their butt. But he's got to where when I'm in here or eating breakfast, Tucker, you're like a sack of potatoes when you're sleepy. Hey, everybody. You got a weird beard tonight. We have a campfire ring out here It had some paper towels in it, and he got a hold of it, and he just, Tucker, you just littered up the campsite with paper towels, didn't you? And then he stuck his whole face down in the water trying to get something, and come out all muddy. Look, buddy, everybody's saying, hey to the terrible. Hooting on this monkey right here will be such good company. Yeah, he is sleepy. He's had a big day. Man, I've had a big day. You can see that. You can go back to sleep. Star needs a break. I know y'all watch for the dogs. That's okay. The other two are back here on the back. Hey, baby. Martini Maymays. Which one we got? Oh. Got the baby Maymays. What's going on? Well, baby, we got the video going. Everybody wants to see you. Yeah. Everybody wants to see this baby. Everybody asked me, said, why you got the black tape on there? They're dog tags now. You wouldn't believe the video I have shot. And right there on the dog tags, my telephone number. And not that I really care, but all the editing I'd have to do to try to block it, and I'd shade light and put, with my computer program, I can only do so much editing to get that stuff off. So I went ahead and put some black tape across it, and don't rattle near as bad either. But there's a log right outside the RV here. It goes out over the water. And her and Martini been creeping out further and further. And Tucker come up behind him, almost bowled them both off. That's that baby. That's that baby. You a sweet baby. I'm lucky. I've had some great dogs in my life. I'll tell you what, that instant coffee's good tonight. I needed it. Backroads, everybody being nice tonight? Yep. Send prayers to Backroads and his family. Pancreatic cancer is nothing to play with. That's serious stuff. Backroads, I've been meaning to tell you. Someone sent me some information on a YouTube video where this cat had pancreatic cancer. They said, you got maybe 3 months to live. Get your affairs in order and go home to live out your last days. And he heard about a dog warmer, of all things, to take. And now you can't hardly get it. It starts with an F. I'm going to butcher the name, but phenylmethalphone or something. And $5 a week for the medicine. Some people are sure that cancer is caused or the byproduct of a parasite in the body. And this dog warmer is taking care of it. And now the guy is completely cancer free. And he spends $5 a month on a week, or $5 a month on dog warmer, of all things. So while it's still available and before it's taken off the market, because nobody can make any money at that. Yeah, fendabendazole. Thank you, Victory Lap Life. I asked myself, if I were to get the big C, what would I do if I had insurance and money were not an object? I just don't. I don't know if I trust that chemo or not. I would do alternative medicine first, and then if I had to take dog warmer or dog suppositories, I wouldn't care. But I think I'd do that before I took chemo. We got some people saying that we're buffering. How are we doing? Backroads, we doing all right? It's coming through okay? Eric Young, cancer cure is right around the corner. Mr. Eric, I believe the cancer was cured back in the 30s and 40s. I believe they had it perfected in the 50s, and I believe it was about to come out in the 70s. and it was squashed. There's no money. There's no money in curing cancer, only treating cancer. Buffering here. Good to hear. The diluted apple cider vinegar for pancreas. You know, I try to take that apple cider vinegar. I hear it's good, and I just can't get it past my teeth. I just can't get it past my teeth. It bothers my teeth real bad. Thank you, Wayne, for being here. Gosh, we're getting close to 800 people on the live screen. Kevin is woke, infomonger. Infomonger, I spent 20 years being, yeah, straw does help. I spent 20 years being a conspiracy guy. I don't say conspiracy theorist because most of the conspiracy were proven conspiracy fact. And I was a prepper and all those things. And I wish I didn't know what I think I know. It steals a lot of joy, creates a lot of anger. So I had to let some of those things go. Sometimes I think I'd rather just be happy than be so informed. With chemo. Yeah, that canine dewormer. Tumbleweed, maybe you could look up on the internet. They use that stuff, yeah, in dog dewormer, but they also, I heard that it comes in a more potent form for fish. So I don't know if the fish eat it. I don't know if it's spread out over the water in the lakes, gets parasites out of fish. It's the very same product. Like I said, it's just a matter of time before the patent for this stuff is bought and trashed or thrown away, or they change it just enough to where it won't do anything. So if you got somebody that's on the cancer, you better get your hands on as much as you can. I heard that petmeds.com and all these places right now, it's all out of order. Can't get it. But try supplies for fish. I had a friend, V-Town Patty, I think is his name, that stayed at RV Base Camp, and he used to have a pet supply store, fish store. He says, Kevin, the same antibiotics that you get through your doctor, we get the same for fish. Just something to see. Thank you, We Tree Bonsai, for posting my my Facebook channel. I think we've got over 10,000 people on Facebook now. We've got a real good community over there. And we also have a great community over on Patreon, getting close to 600 people. Boy, we got a really great group over there, and I make extra content over there for people to see. We also get, excuse me, that was a burp. I also get early release of my videos. So I work pretty hard on Patreon as well as YouTube. I'd rather be woke and appreciate what I have, because no one gets to live forever. I agree with that, Vern. Sometimes I think I feel real fortunate for being able to be out here. It was my dream to retire and do this when I retired. And gosh, as my health was failing and I was trying to do my business, it was a very physical job. I pressure clean buildings for most of my life, and I never have talked about it on my channel, but people have said it before, so it's already out there. I try to put some distance between my business and this, and it's been plenty far enough back. But it's real physical work. It's very dangerous work, and I wasn't steady on ladders anymore. I wasn't steady in buckets anymore. I couldn't put in the 10, 12, 14-hour days like I could, and I was like, what am I going to do? You know, I had rental property, like, and it was doing okay, but never knew that YouTube was going to pop up. I'm like the most private person you ever met. I mean, I was more of a hermit than you've ever met, and here I am. My life is an open book to the world. 805. No panic here. Hello, Rose. Hello, Vern. Yeah, I had a girlfriend. She was a girlfriend a long time ago, and she had that Hodgkin's lymphoma. I think that's the name of it. She called me if I hadn't seen her in 10 years, 15 years. She called me. I went up and saw her, and it was just my father had it several times, but he never he was never in long-term treatment for it. Well, anyway, I went up and saw her, and it was just horrible what that stuff did to her. I didn't even recognize her. She was a beautiful girl when I knew her, and gosh, she was so swollen up, and she didn't make it. I think the I think it I think the chemo killed her. Well, you're now buffering here in Georgia. Well, it looks like we're doing good here. I believe it's your signal. Yo, what? What's up, Mr. Smith? The sky is up. We're freezing up. Oh, that's okay, Kim Cat. I got to say my goodbyes to her, and she got to say goodbyes to everybody. Yeah, what are chemo drugs? Aren't that like not like mustard gas that somehow changed over? Get rid of Izzy Busy. Why work when I can beg for money? When have I've never had a GoFundMe. I've never asked anybody for a dime. Not once. You got 700 and something videos to go back and see. You will never find me asking for money anytime, anywhere, ever. I have said if you want to tip me for my work on Patreon, you're welcome to. But I see YouTube is free, Facebook is free, but I put out extra content and benefits on the Patreon that you can't get anywhere else. And that extra work, if you want to, you can join over there and help me there. But I don't ask anybody. I'm not a beggar. That hat don't fit. You can try. And you can't. Do I agree with how everybody else runs their YouTube channel? No, I don't. I don't have to. It's but to lump us all together as being the same. No, I have my own style. I have my own way of doing things. I don't have to beg. I came out on the road somewhat prepared. Prepared as you can be. I mean, you never can have enough. But I came out here prepared. But you know what? If I really had to, I guess I would. I would ask. But that's not where I'm at. Yeah, and I hear you, Shanna. We might as well we might as well get it out there in the open. And let's get something else out here. And I talked about it on my Facebook one time, and I've mentioned it on some other channels. Back in 1999, in Lawrenceville, Georgia, there was a Kevin Appling there, and he stomped a mud hole in some girl up there, messed her up good, and he went to court for it, went to jail for it, and a lot of people that are trying to. You only get a good reputation once, and I've had a good reputation this whole time. They're trying to say that it was me. I don't watch all that junk. I don't listen to it. But thank you, Tumbleweed. But people email me stuff from time to time, and I looked at it and I read it, and so I went over and posted it right there on my Facebook. And I'm like, I don't even think I was there. I don't think I was in Georgia at that time. And definitely it's not my height, it's not my size, my age, or my skin color. Okay? Not me. So, yeah, thank you, Alexis. So it wasn't me, but they're trying to make it sound like me. You know, anything to defame or demoralize. me, but we'll just get it right out there in the open. Well, Samsung haters make more views. That's 812. Well, not the same skin color as mine. Is different color than mine, but we had the same name. One time I was in Atlanta, and this guy come up to me, and this black guy, and he was dressed up nice. I mean, probably the nicest suit I've ever seen in my life. And he walked up to me, and he stuck his hand out, and he says, "My name is Kevin Appling." And I sat there and I looked at him, and I had three or four friends with me that was around me and behind me. And I looked over to the right, and I looked over to the left, and my friends were sitting there going, I thought they were setting me up. I thought this was some kind of joke, right? And he flipped out his card and he handed it to me. It's Kevin Appling. He sold jewelry, and he had a case with him. He opened it up, and he was a jewelry salesman. I said, "Wait a minute, let me give you my card." Boom, flipped it out. Kevin Appling. He says, "No way." So I met Kevin Appling. I don't know if he's the same guy that stomped a mud hole in that poor girl. Yeah, other than that, he looked just like me. Yeah, thank you, Freedom. I did lose my bill this year. It's been really hard for me. I really hadn't even been able to make a video about it or anything. I flew out there and saw him while he was still alive, and his mind was clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. His mind was always clear. And oof. Yeah, I've lost a lot of people in my life. But losing Bill was I don't think anybody had as much influence on me. He had a charmed life. And I talked to him like the day before he died or 2 days before he died. He was there. He was clear as a bell. And then he wasn't there. I struggle. I don't know if I've ever loved anybody that much. He lived with me. He did in the little tiny house at RV Base Camp. He lived with me for 8 years. 6 years there, and the tiny house was over on another property for 2 years prior to that. So he lived 2 years elsewhere, and then moved the tiny house to RV Base Camp, and he lived there with me. Yep. You know, and it's gosh, it's hard. I mean, I share so much. I like, how do I share that? Do I share it? But I shared his life, right? I shared his life, and there are a lot of older videos with him in it, and I shared his sickness, and so I had to share his death as well. And it's funny, through the years, he gave me things, I guess, to remember him by. And I have a Bible that he gave me, that he signed. And this picture right here, he found that in a bookstore or yard sale or something, and he brought it, and he gave it to me, and I asked him to sign it. And I think of everything he gave me, that's one of my most prized possessions right there. He said, "Your future is in..." How do I train the dogs to talk without moving their lips? That took some time. 872. Woohoo! Yeah, making videos will help you heal. I'm sorry, We Tree Bonsai. We're doing the best we can do. You think it's a bad problem? I don't know how to improve it. What is the picture of? It's a camper. I'm not going to get up. It's a camper. It says home is where you plug in. And I don't even plug in no more, so I guess my home's everywhere. Yeah, dogs communicate via Bluetooth. That's funny. They should make a Camper Van Kevin cartoon with you talking for the wolf pack. Tell you what I'm going to do one day. I've always wanted to write children's books. Now, Camper Van Kevin is not a children's channel, but it's clean enough to where if their parents wanted to watch, they could do so safely, I hope. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I think they could, with their parents watching and guiding them. I think it's up to the parents to decide what the kids watch. But anyway, where was I going with this? I want to write children's books one day. And I got all these stories in my head that, I don't know, just created through the years. A long time ago, I dated a woman that had 2 kids, and I used to tell them stories before bed. And they really liked them, so I started doing more and more and more. And I had to keep it up. So I got all these stories, and now I have the wolf pack, and we're making memories all the time. And there's all these little things that happen during the day. And I was like, oh, that'd be a good story, or this would be a good story. And the lady that painted the wolf pack picture in oil up here, she was actually out here camping the other day, and I think she would make a fantastic illustrator for children's books. But when I do this, I'm spending a lot of time here. Moderators, is everybody being nice? Is everybody being good? Thank you, Mr. Bill, very much. I can tell the stories, but I can draw about as good as I can sing. That ain't good enough. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it's a G-rated channel or not, Dennis, but I do try to keep it clean. With independent publishing, it is easier now. I agree. I think I could probably publish my own books and then mention them or sell them through my channel would be a great way to get started. And no telling how many people, there's all kind of different people that I reach. And I bet you I'd hit the right publisher. I bet you there's a publisher watching right now, watches my videos right now that would take and run with it. Denise, awesome life. Awesome meeting you today. I bet this lady had these, she had 2 dogs the size of wolves. Big old dogs. And gosh, where did she tell me she was from? I think she said that she was from Los Angeles. And she moved out of Los Angeles because it was so rough and she didn't want her kids growing up there. And she moved. I think we had a buffer there. She's one of the sweetest people I've met in a long time. She drove a bus for 16 years and she got in a wreck, and now she's out here full-timing, driving around on her little 3-wheel electric bicycle. Where's good first title? I love your singing, Terry Soda. Tucked Up the Terrible will be a good book title. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't been singing in the shower in a while. Y'all sing with me. I think Tina's going to pay me not to sing. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. He always had some mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now, joy to you and me. Oh yeah, gotta have some 3 Dog Night. Missy Allen said, Lord Jesus, stop. I think she meant to stop. Y'all put up with my buffering. I ain't going to go too far. I almost got 900 people. How about if you got a minute, give me the thumbs up. You got a minute? Let's take the time. Boom, 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 boom. Not the thumbs up in the comments, the thumbs up over on under the video. You know, Alex Trebek has pancreatic cancer. Somebody ought to tell him, buddy, you need to get on some dog warmer. But they're saying that, yeah, some cancers are caused by a parasite. Wouldn't that be interesting if that's really true? So you start taking the dog warmer and you get off sugar and carbohydrates. Who knows? Can I thumbs up my own? I think I can give my own self a thumbs up. Here we go. 540 thanks to me and you. How long we been on? Would you believe almost 45 minutes? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, cancer loves sugar. The only thing I really put sugar on is my coffee. And I drink a cup almost every day, and I put in 3 tablespoons. And every time I do it, I'm like, this can't be good. You know, I use the organic, unrefined, blah, 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 sugar in it. But I know. I know. And then, I don't think salt's really bad for us either. I use that Himalayan salt. I think the human body requires salt. And I think all this stuff we've been told about artificial sweeteners and hydrogenated oils, and I think we've been lied to. Tablespoons, teaspoons. Yep. Vitamin E, honey. Right. I have tried. You can't live forever. Isn't that the truth? Might as well live a little bit now. It's like everything in life. You got to find a balance. Yeah, potatoes yep. Everything in moderation, including moderation. This is working pretty good. Before Backroads told me, all right, Backroads, say that again. His wife just called him. Sorry, folks, I got a call. My wife just called. It's not good. Her dad is now jaundiced and getting worse by the day. I wonder, Backroads, you ain't got nothing to lose. Might work. I believe prayers work. I believe in alternative medicine. Yeah, y'all like that singing all right. Sure is fun having everybody here. Would y'all rather have a live stream replace one of my videos once a week? Would you rather have 3 videos a week? My nose is itching. Yeah, I think the body needs salt. I think we need a little bit of iodine, but I think this table salt we're given is not healthy. And here I am. Who am I to talk about healthy? Because I'm about the least healthy I've been in my entire life. I got to get on track. 7 videos a week. Live stream once weekly. You really like the live stream. One thing that people talking about me breathing real bad and people, yeah, I'm not in shape, but that's not really the thing. I breathed some pretty bad chemicals for decades, spraying on buildings, and this residential. But some of the chemicals I sprayed up on buildings, bad stuff. And my doctor told me, so you got to wear a respirator. If you don't wear a respirator, he says, it's like you smoking several packs of cigarettes a day. He said, you can't continue, because I was having breathing problems. So I'd wear a respirator all day. And then I'd come home and wear a CPAP mask all day. And I did it for many years, but then I stopped for years at the time too. I was like, I just want to have my face clear so I can breathe. And so how long I've cleaned anything in 4 years, 5 years, I can't remember. And in my trade, it was pretty common to see people that had pressure cleaned and did building restoration. The old timers get brain tumors and brain cancer, and I think it may be from breathing. And of course, it's horrible for your lungs. And I have a little bit of lung damage, but I'm okay. I'm okay. But it's time to get out. It's time to, my shirts and stuff, my clothes. I wear a t-shirt, and after 2 or 3 days, the threads would come out on my shoulders. That's how strong the stuff. But I was just covered in it, and eat my clothes right off of me. But it's all good now. You should slow the list down a little bit. We can't read it too fast. How do you do that? I'm going to push a button over here and say, how do you slow it down? Manage moderators, toggle timestamps. I don't see no way of slowing it down. I think I have to do that in the beginning. I need some serious detoxing. That's true, Freedom Duff. I could probably jump in a... Uh-oh, they're spraying tonight. Oh yeah, crop duster just came over. I could probably go over to a friend's pool that set all winter and jump in and shock it and clean. Wouldn't be a bit of algae or mildew in it. In an hour, I'd just be perfectly clear water. That'd be how I detox, get all this chemical out of me. Pressure wash my nostrils. I got bumps and bruises and ugly stuff just like everybody else. And I put myself out here anyway. Say, hey, this is me. Yeah, it could have been a fighter pilot with those masks. Can you imagine? You wear a mask almost all day while you're working, then come home and go to bed and wear a mask all night. So I'd say 6 to 8 hours wearing a filter, and then 14 to 16 hours a day with a mask on. And my father, he had colon cancer, prostate cancer, cancer of the lip, and melanoma. He was a DOT surveyor for 30 years, and he survived all of that. And yeah, so yeah, I think about that. My nose is just itching like crazy. I think about that keto diet. I think about it a lot. How do you watch your dogs without letting them get hurt with snakes and bugs where you go? Have they ever been hurt? Come close. But pretty much with the snakes in the desert, this time of year, they've gone to bed and they've dug down really, really deep. Caroline has had great success with keto. Yeah, I have a CPAP, Robin. 870. We're doing good on the, knock on wood. None of us are going to live forever. I think I read somewhere the other day, thank you, Mr. Eric, that at 40, enjoy your 20s, 30s, and 40s, because at 50, the what's the word? The warning light comes on. And that's true. Yeah. I did believe it or not, I was like a gym junkie for like 6 or 7 years. I did the Bill Phillips Body for Life. I lost 100 pounds. I was in the gym 5-6 days a week. I had 10% body fat. I looked like a freaking rope. My arms, everything was just like a rope. Thank you, Joyful. And that was before I went to work. I talked to my doctor. I was like, do I have to keep working this hard to stay? He said, yeah. He said, your body's got used to the work you're doing for your business. He said, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to do more. And so I started dating this girl, and she's like, I really don't like a guy this thin. I just don't like it. I'm like, I work 6 days a week to look like this. I don't like it. I need to take you home to my mama. I might meet another girl at the gym. That's been a while. Yep, please check out my Facebook. Victory lap, the warning light, check engine lights is on, telling me the dealership's about to roll me. That's good. Kevin Schwarzenegger, you know, it's funny. I didn't build up like I thought. I was just extremely cut. I mean, I've got a good build. I had a good build anyway, but I was cut like a rope. Didn't have all this. Yeah, people make fun of all this. People make fun of me breathing heavy. People make fun of my glasses and my gray hair. That's okay. I'm brave enough out here to show. Here I am, show myself. They hide behind a computer down in their mama's basement. I'm right here. Yeah, it's called aging, man. None of us getting out of here alive. One man did, but he had to die first. Thank you, Linda Lou. Yeah, they just try to get in my head, and it don't work. Been eating keto for a year and feel so much better. You should try it. Yeah, we're all aging. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger on YouTube. They transposed his face over onto Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, and it was pretty good. It had the voices and stuff. I really enjoyed that. Love you, Kevin. You're genuine. Well, I'm not trying to be somebody. I'm not. Well, how can I say it? I'm trying to be the best I can be, but it's still me. And with my memory, it's just easier just to tell it like it is. I couldn't remember a lie if I told one. Ooh, that coffee's getting to me. 866 people. We've almost been on an hour. We're going to cut it off at an hour. We're going to go more. I got a number in my head on our people that's watching. So if we keep above a certain number, I'm going to keep going. Because I'm having fun. You guys having fun? I am genuine. I am me. But you got to be careful. It seems like a lot of people come out here and they pretend to be somebody that they're not. And as you well know, I've traveled with some people that completely fooled me. So you gotta nothing. They were nothing they said they were, and so you got to be real careful. Thank you there, new nomadic. You got to be careful who you trust out here. There's good people and there's bad people everywhere. But I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I'm just trying to be my best me. Age is like a home. It's only concept. Backroads, what do you think about that dog warmer? What do you got to lose? Yeah, you have to be careful who you trust anywhere. You know, I grew up in the South on a farm, and my daddy had a great reputation. Everybody loved my daddy, and he was known as a hardworking, honest man. And I remember my dad did really well, like in the 70s, early 70s, middle 70s. I was like, I don't know, middle 70s. I was 6 to 10, somewhere in there. And I watched my daddy make a deal, and he'd look a man in his eye and shake his hand. And my daddy's word was worth more than 1,000 ink pens could ever write. And then I watched him trying to deal with people that way in the 80s on the farm. and I watched, and it just didn't work anymore. And I remember how flustered my father would be. He'd get off the phone with people, and he's so angry. He's like, "That's not what we said." He said, "That man lied to me. He shook my hand and looked me in the eye and lied to me." I remember hearing that. Thank you, Miss Melanie. Uh, and he never grasped the concept, but you know what? He didn't change. Thank you, Miss Penny. My daddy didn't change. And so when I started my business, you know, my daddy, he said, "Kevin," he said, words got back to him. He says, "Everybody says you do a good job. You show up when you say you're supposed to, and you don't overcharge nobody. You don't beat nobody." And he said, "That sure does make me proud." He said, "You sure are." He said, "It gets back." He said, "It's never got back to me that you wasn't a hard worker and honest and a good, just, you know, a good businessman." And I never wanted to let myself down, but I sure didn't want to let my daddy down. I didn't want no word to get back to him that I was anything but straightforward and on. I didn't, you know, I didn't ever, I couldn't let my daddy down. And I'm not, you want a perfect person, you talk, thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I'm not a perfect person. You want a perfect person, you talking to the wrong cat. And anyway, where are we going? I'm just all over the place. We're 2 minutes, 874. We're above the number that I had in my head. We're going to go a little bit further. And me and my father, yeah, I mean, you only get a good reputation once. All a man has is his honor. And you got to work hard at keeping your integrity. Like I said, I'm far from perfect. I've screwed up. I've screwed up. I've done some things that were wrong. I've treated some people. I could have treated some people a lot better. I've made mistakes. Thank you, Jeannie. All I can do is do better. Before I come out west, I'll tell you what I did. Anybody and everybody that I thought that I had wronged or done bad, yeah, I made a list. I made a list of people that I screwed up, or I treated badly, or I did wrong. I made a list, and I tried to contact all these people. And some I wasn't able to find. Some I did find. Some people I get in touch with them, they have any idea what I was talking about. "Hey, Kevin, I called. I want to apologize for this or that. I know it happened a long time ago, but and so I don't remember it, but whatever it was, it's okay." And some people cussed at me, and some people hung up on me. But I made that attempt to try to do right, and I made an honest attempt. Thank you, Miss Sharon. To get things as right as I could before I come out west, just in case I didn't go back, just in case I didn't see these people no more. So before I come out here to the first RTR, I was like, you know, my conscience is clear. Not. So keto is the fountain of youth. I tell you what makes me so excited about everything is yeah, Tucker's sleeping. He ain't protecting nobody. I'm gonna have to protect him. It's just all that bacon. I love bacon. I bought a thing of bacon the other day and ate the whole thing. I did. Thick cut bacon, apple, smoked wood, something or another. I felt like licking the grease out of the iron skillet when I was done. Thank you, Miss Tina. Have I sold the ProMaster yet? No, Dennis, I have not. The problem is that I'm not where I can show it. And I just talked about it on my channel. So I hadn't really put a lot of effort into it. I really thought with my social media, it'd be large enough to where I could. And there's been people that's interested in it, but they can't get it because they can get I think over 30 for the van, but the banks won't finance the other stuff that I've done to it above and beyond the van because it was not an RV dealer that built it, and so it's not in their books that they have to go by for the loans. Even though the work's there and it's a great job and it has a lot of things, the bankers are like, well, we can only do this. We don't really care what's in it or not in it. So it's finding someone that can finance the other for me. I don't know if Backroads has an Amazon affiliate link. I know that Gone Boondocking does. I did have one about a year or two ago, and they canceled my affiliate, and they wouldn't give me a reason, and I tried to reapply, and I set up another account, and they recognized that I was the same person, and he shut that down. They said that I'm not supposed to tell people that I benefit anyway from the link, but I see tons of other YouTubers doing that. But it's their game, and they don't want to play with me. All right. Fun. Y'all talking amongst yourselves here because I'm not reading these fast enough. We're still bumping 900 people here. You know, the other day we had a live stream of, and we hit 1,400 people, and I had zero notification. I think it was closer to the end of the week. It might have been on the weekend. Well, I don't understand these Cammy awards. I mean, I saw where you vote, but who come? My head itches. My head. Who? Where does that even start? Where does that even come from? The Cammy awards. I know that there was some kind of poll a year or two ago about number one RV YouTuber, and Eric was number one, and I came in number two. I think Ozia was 6 or 7, but I don't know if that was a Cammy or not. Okay, so that guy, he came up with the Cammy awards. Is that it? Is it just him? I'm sitting here reading. Huh. I don't really pay that much attention. Not really anymore. How close am I to the fields? I keep hearing the plane. It ain't far. It's pretty darn close. And they were coming in here over the slate last night. I think they was doing it on purpose. They was gunning it right over the water. It woke me up several times. That's okay. Please see if the wolf pack has anything to say. I wonder if I can get Martini Lynn. Come here, baby. I have to be honest with you. She didn't go to bath. She got muddy today. Martini Lynn, you come here. Oh, there's that baby. She's still muddy. Look at this. Look at this monkey. Oh, Daddy, I ain't brushed my hair yet. Well, baby, they don't care. They like you anyways. Everybody wants to know if you're doing better. What happened today when you were out on that log? I fell in the water, and I didn't see it happen. Didn't even happen. You came back on the shore. You came back on the shore, and you was all soaking wet. I didn't think you'd notice. Well, I did. And I come in here, and I come to get you a towel because you were wet and you were cold. And you got in, and you jumped up on that. I just washed the blankets and the covers yesterday, and you jumped up there, and you thought you was going to roll around and dry off. That's what you thought. The poor, this baby here, she's getting white around her eyes. She's getting white hair around her eyes, and her little mustache is turning white. It just seems like yesterday that I carried around. I got her in the wintertime. Had her 8 years now. She was 8 weeks old when I got her. Hey, baby Maymays. And it's cold enough to be wearing big jackets in Georgia. I'm so lucky to have such sweet babies. And I'm so happy that they're healthy. You know, but it does kind of scare me having 3 elderly dogs at the same time. Yeah. Nothing smells better than a wet, muddy dog, says Randy. I can think of a bunch of things that smell better, Randy. Baby Maymays, come here, love. They here to see y'all. They ain't here to see me. I'm a Paris Hilton dog. I'm riding around with a bunch of rednecks. Baby Maymays, we're not a bunch of rednecks. You are too. So you're supposed to be a fancy dog, right? You're supposed to be in an apartment in New York, right? You're supposed to be in some rich lady's handbag. Is that what it's going to be? You got stuck with me. You got stuck with the wolf pack. Out boondocking and stuff. Jewels and dresses. And she got me. One day I'm going to be a Kennedy. You are. Yeah, little dogs do tend to last a lot longer. Yeah, she does have jammies that she wears. Yeah. You know, Tucker is the best traveler of all of them. And yeah, I'm talking about you. He travels the best. 875 people. Been on an hour and 8 minutes. We're going to go 115 or 130. What are we going to do? Buffering bad again? Oh, no. Doing the best we can do. All right. Let's take some time again. And everybody go over that hadn't hit the like button and hit the like button. Here we go. We got 701 likes. I know a bunch of you are pushing. Yeah, it's just fun, right? Let's go over and hit the like button. Boom, 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 boom. 767 and we have Kayao. The power of numbers. Getting a bunch of thumbs up over here. So if you already hit the like button under the video, do a thumbs up. Let's make these comments roll. Everybody hit the thumbs up. This is fun. What's up? Sam K. Say K. You'll take things the Wolfpack say for 1,000. Let's see. One day I'm going to be a Kennedy. It cracks me up. Well, look at the thumbs up. Come on, roll. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Get them doggies rolling. Roll hide. That's fun. Isabel, is it cold in Canada? That's a dumb question. Yeah, it was baby May. How's the AC doing? We roll, look at them comment. Look at those thumbs up roll. Everybody chime in. Everybody be a part and let's give a thumbs up on the video. If you gave a thumbs up under the video, do a thumbs up in the chat. Let's have some fun. Let's see how fast we can make it roll. Ordered the mini split out of Florida. We found a 23 sear mini split. Golly, it's rolling. Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it go. And had it coming, and I got a phone call yesterday, out of stock. So me and David are looking again for a, well, thank you, Corinne, anyway. We're looking again for the highest sear mini split that I can find that's 12,000 BTU and 120 volts. It's real frustrating. And now David, look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it go. And that is he's got his truck and he's got his fifth wheel. He thought he was going to pick his fifth wheel up today. Now it's going to be the end of the week because somehow or another it didn't get in line for service before it goes out. So David's going to start working on that fifth wheel. He's not going to have a whole lot of time to start on this mini split. But it'll happen just like it's supposed to. Look at you guys. Look at that. Look at these numbers here. 830 likes, a little 17 dislikes. They don't count. They don't matter. And well, in fact, it does count as participation, and it's a win-win, actually. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's a good song. Everybody says I'm the Mr. Rogers of the RV community. I think that's funny. Mr. Rogers song. Yeah, won't you be my neighbor? I'm looking. No, we want the lyrics. I could sit here on the RV step, take my shoes off, put my shoes on, pet the dogs in the head. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. A neighborly day for a beauty. Would you? Uh-oh, hush, 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 my doorbell's going off. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. I think I messed that up. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Just don't run your generator after 10 o'clock. Tie up your dogs and clean up their mess. Anyway, some butt says, are you self-important? You just don't get it. See, I don't think like you guys do. I don't think like you guys do. I'm no better than anybody. I'm out here having fun. I'm sharing my life. I don't mind being silly. I don't mind putting myself out here to the world with bumps and bruises and scratches and scrapes and gray hair and fat and all that stuff. I just do it anyway because I choose happiness. I choose to be happy. I'm sharing my life. You guys won't get it. And I can't understand you because my brain doesn't work like you. My brain doesn't work like yours. You're not going to ever get me. I'm not ever going to get you. So y'all can just go somewhere else if you want to, or you can stick around and watch me be happy. Either way, just keep your mouth shut and watch the show. I don't know what my doorbell was going off for, but baby May May, she can hear a mouse fart a mile away. Is that a mouse fart? I'm clearly a Meg toe. I love women. I love the way women look. I love the way women smell. I love how soft their skin is. I love long, dark hair on a woman. I love the way a woman's shaped. I love the way a woman walks. I love women. I spent my life loving women. I just can't live with one. I don't want to fuss and fight and argue and still my, whew, yeah. I love a woman's touch. I love, and I think there's something beautiful about every woman. Wow. But is it? And some people are happy and some people can do it. Some people can make it work. But I just, geez. Just not good at it. And it can't all be me. I mean, it can't all be them. I mean, I have to take responsibility that I got some weird ways too. Um, let's see, what are some of the complaints that I've got through the years? I got a bunch to suffer. I'm very literal. I'm very literal. But that's because when I say something, I mean it. If I'm going to do something, I do it. And I know life isn't black and white like that. I know life is a lot of gray. But yeah, I get that complaint a lot. I'm very literal. Anyway. But I'm not sitting here reading a little bit. You're literal too. Just need to find the right one. Huh, if I could have found the right one, I had plenty of choices. And down to, and I very much love my wife. Couldn't have been a better person. Pretty, redhead, had fire to her. She's smart, good person. Just couldn't live with her. I texted her today, sent her a picture of the dogs. I've been divorced for 5 years. Think the world ever, but I don't want to live with her. She probably don't want to live with me. So we went on about our day. Change my type. Yeah. You have a nice time with your voice. And it's just stay single. You have less of a headache that way. I mean, who knows what is better, but I come and go as I please. I do what I want. And I think of the dogs first, and then I think of me. Or sometimes I think of me first. Secret to a long marriage is one you have to work a swing shift. I was married 47 years. Dogs are more fun. I'm a Gemini, Shelley. Still burping. I am a Gemini. My birthday's at the end of May. I was born in 1969. The year we're supposed to go into the moon. Do I like Barbie dolls or big, beautiful women? I think you can find something pretty in every woman. Some women have a beautiful figure. Some women have a beautiful heart. Some women have eyes that just make you feel like you can't breathe when they look at you. Just like looking into a deep, dark, beautiful ocean. But something beautiful about everybody. I like, what's my height? I'm a sucker for brunettes. I love long, straight hair. Women don't wear their hair that way anymore. Why did women quit cutting their? Why does women start cutting their hair? And I guess women my age have a lot of gray in it now. That's okay. I love long, straight hair tied back. I remember being about 5-year-old, and my mama took me to the bus stop. My mama has a lot of Native American. She's heavy Native American. Her grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee, if I remember correctly. So I'm pretty strong Native American as well. But my mother's ate up with it. My mother is a beautiful woman, has these high cheekbones, and but I remember for some reason she had to talk to the bus driver before I got on the bus. So she was walking in front of me. And my mom had this long black hair all the way down her back. And she pulled her hair back in a ponytail and she had one of those leather hair things. And she stuck the wood thing in there to hold it and back. And I remember watching my mama walk in front of me. And she talked to the school bus driver and she turned around and looked at me. And I remember I thought, I got the most beautiful mama in the whole world. And so I guess my type would be, I guess I've always looked for someone as pretty as my mama is. So a tall lady. Um, no one has to be perfect, no perfect body or nothing, but you know, my mother she was always slender and long black hair tied back. I see a woman like that now, I'm like, whoo, that's beauty. That's true beauty. Kind of ironic. Me and my mama hadn't always got along too good either. It's been a struggle through my whole life. I love her dearly. She loves me, but we don't get along that well. We work at it sometimes. Yeah, learn the words on the road again. Here I am. You know, y'all done got me off track talking about women, got my mind going in other places. But I'm not lonely. I have been lonely before in my life, and that's a horrible feeling. Loneliness is a horrible feeling. And I remember being lonely for a couple of years. It's horrible. And with these babies and all you as my friends, I don't get lonely anymore. Okay. It's 1:23. We're gonna cut this thing off at an hour and a half, no matter what. Usually either it'll cut itself off or not. You guys having fun? Look at those likes. 885 likes. Woohoo. Men are generally lonely when we're young. It goes away as we get older. Yeah. Like I said, I don't hate women. I don't. Some women I don't like. Y'all have fun? I had fun. Oh, it's cold tonight, huh, Isabel? 0 degrees. What's our best numbers? Did we reach 900 tonight? Y'all have fun? I had fun. I did. Y'all want to do that thumbs up again thing in the comments? That way everybody gets to participate. Here we go. Everybody get ready to do the thumbs up in the comments. I like watching. There we go. Thank you, Claudia. Dick. Robert Barr, big guy. Sheila. I'm going to try to read names. Here we go. Songbird, Sheila, Dave, big guy, Souther, Adam, Avalis, Kay, DJ. It's going to Delphia. Julie Nelson, Maria Jackson, Bonner, Lovin, Judy, Lacey, Lady, Eagles Nest, Candy. All right. I'm going to go out on a song. Thumbs up. Infomonger, Kim Cat, J.E., Victoria C., Tammy Stone, this is fun. Detour, Dreaming Out Loud, Alley Cat Adventure, Brenda Lou, Craig Betts is here, Teresa, Lacey Labe, Big Elvis. Yeah, I want to thank all the mods for helping tonight. Couldn't do it without you. Kick that old trash out of here like they didn't belong. They don't belong here. Do some Three Dog Night. 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever. I better get the darn lyrics. Y'all look up the lyrics to Three Dog Night. 1. Y'all sing it with me. Hold on, we're almost there. I need the lyrics. 1 lyrics. Don't y'all go nowhere. We're going to sing it together. Y'all there? I typed in Three Dog Night 1 lyrics, and I found it. Why do I like Three Dog Night so much? Because my brothers listen to Three Dog Night. All right, we're almost there. Y'all ready? I don't pretend I can sing. It's just fun trying. 1, 2, 3. 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. 2 can be as bad as 1. It's the loneliest number since the number 1. Hey. No is the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know. 'Cause one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number, whoa, worse than two. I better just go to the chorus. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Whew, that's not so easy. I think Jeremiah was a bulldog. Joy to the world was easier. I'll practice that one. How about that? Okay, I'm back over here to the page. We lost 100 people when I started singing. All right, we're down to 2 minutes. We're down to 2 minutes. Everybody's singing and giving me the thumbs up. Got cats, got frogs, got peace symbols, heart symbols. Thank you, Joni. I had so much fun tonight with you all. Does my heart good. And I got the friends wherever I go, and people say, "Oh no, you don't. That don't work that way. Those are associates. Those aren't your friends." Really? Fish and chips, I met my friends. Around this lake, there's got to be 6 or 8 people that I've videoed their RVs before that I've met 10 different places. They're my friends. The gas station, friends. Walmart, friends. I got a whole country out here. I got the whole West Coast. I got friends everywhere I go. All because of this little YouTube channel. Friends everywhere. I'm a blessed man. Channel is gone. I disappeared from the internet. I did the right thing. I'm in the right place. I'm at the right time. I'm doing just what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm having fun doing it. And I'm making videos for y'all. And I'm being silly and I'm sharing my life. And everybody likes it. Where are we at? Where are we at? I got to end on the right number. 30 seconds. You darn right I got friends. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. If it all ends right now, it was all worth it. I love my life. You hope for a good beginning and a long middle and a quick end. And I love my life. And I love my friends. And I'm so happy I'm here, and I'm glad that you all are here. Hour and a half into it, I'm going to be as good as my word. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Thank you, We Tree Bonsai. Thank you, Backroads Nomad. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We gone. Forrest Gump wave. Bye. How do you cut this thing off? Don't y'all laugh at me. I'm going to start pushing buttons on this phone.